right. 20 minutes after 7 o'clock. I'm trying to get things working here. Again, good morning, Robin. How you doing?
Good. How are you, Larry?
Good. Got a good show planned for this morning. 7:35. Wendell Hall is coming on. He's going to talk to us about the value of the PSAT, NMSWT tests.
Yep.
Whatever
it
that
used to
means.
be the PSAT and the SAT test.
Whatever it all means.
There's something else for the high school students.
These tests that students will be taking tomorrow? No, a week from tomorrow. A week from tomorrow.
Yep, twice this month.
And also on the 28th, thank you. Opportunities that students will have from taking the Advanced Placement Program courses. Mm-hmm. I don't know. I will have it explained to me, Lucy, at 7:35.
It's required. I had to take it when I was in high school.
7:48 this morning after the break, after that segment. There's some things in the news I want to talk to you about.
Okay.
The flooding. It's just the talking points, I guess, this morning.
Yeah.
Assisted suicide is in the news again. There was a food recall. I think it was Cheerios. Yes, it was.
Oh, my gosh.
Anyway, a few things. I know. Well, the recall for Cheerios is only if you have a gluten problem. That's what.
Okay.
So it's a few things in the news I want to tell you about. There was a pilot who died while in flight. Did you hear this story?
No, I did not.
Yeah, the plane landed okay, but sad for the family.
Oh, gosh. Well, whenever it's your time, right?
Whenever it's your time. Well, he was just a little bit closer to heaven when he died. Just think about it.
Yeah.
He didn't have as far to go as the rest of us.
That's right.
News bites at 8:35. That's when we read the news. Not the whole thing, but just the beginnings of it, usually. Mm-hmm. In the Garden with Carol Ann. Carol Ann Baldwin hosts the segment between 9 and 10 every Tuesday morning. Yep. And she, of course, is a master gardener, so looking forward to having her on the air. She may not be here today, from what I understand.
Right.
So, but it might be a rebroadcast, or it may be David Goodman, or who knows. I don't know. Her husband is going through some surgery, so
yeah,
I'm a little bit unsure about what's happening at 9 o'clock. But either way, you'll have a gardening show.
That's right.
Even if I have to answer your questions.
I know. Wouldn't that be something?
You won't use my information if you're smart, but I could do it.
That would be fun.
I could do it. I could take, I could improvise.
Calls. Yeah.
I could fake it.
Yeah. You could take calls and just be off the cuff as to what the answers should be, and
did you say,
see if you're right.
What'd you say?
Off the cuff.
Be off the cuff? Oh, be off the cuff.
Yeah, you can be off the cuff.
Ooh, okay. Sometimes we've had guests who I thought were not as informed about their particular subject as they profess to be in their pre-stuff, the
yes.
paperwork that was sent to us. And I've often wondered, I wonder if these people are just faking it.
Sometimes.
Because we're in a position where we simply ask questions. Mm-hmm. And if I don't know for sure that they're wrong, I won't say, oh my goodness, you are so wrong. I mean, if I do know for sure,
yeah,
like something about the pronunciation of my name. That's probably the only thing I'm sure about. But if I were to know for sure. But there have been times, you and I have done this, where we go to the commercial break and we go, gosh, I'm not so sure that guy's an expert.
Exactly.
I'm not so sure. I mean, most of the time they are.
Yeah.
But for the listeners, for you guys out there who listen, you hopefully know that Rob and I will always come back after the interview and go, gosh, what do you think about that guy?
Yeah.
I don't think he knew what he was talking about.
We're pretty honest here.
Well, Carol Ann does, so which I don't know how I got on that tangent. Carla, I know, because I said I would take over.
Yeah.
If nobody else does, I will. No, I won't. I'll play a rerun. Don't worry. Carla Grimsley at 10:05. Carla's been a friend of ours for a long time. She's with Interfaith Emergency Services. Looking forward to having her in the studio. She's got a beautiful voice, and she'll be talking about the Florida Feast fundraising event happening Thursday, October 22nd at 6 p.m. at the Southeastern Livestock Pavilion. So if you don't know what that is, we'll find out.
Yeah, there are 4 organizations that will benefit.
I want to ask her about that fire, too. Remember there was a car that crashed into Interfaith?
Yes.
And then the car burned up and part of the building burned up, right?
Yeah.
Just a week or two ago.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to hear her answer.
Joe Reichel might have been the person they called to fix that damage from that fire, because Joe is with Damage Control Services. He comes on the air here each Tuesday to answer your do-it-yourself home repair questions. But, of course, sometimes a little over your head.
Yeah.
Some of the damage. Can you imagine the flood damage in South Carolina right now? Holy mackerel.
I know.
Just
it's horrible.
Unbelievable.
Horrible.
Tom Kilkenny. Oh, now I know why you laughed when we did this promo yesterday. because of South Park, right?
Yeah.
Isn't Kenny the character that always dies?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
I mean, we read the promo, and I was like feeling left out. I was like, what did you laugh at? Because you laughed. You said, W. Tom killed Kenny. Then you laughed. And you got yourself together. Then you read it again. And I thought, what did I miss?
Yeah.
Now I get it. The South Park thing. Anyway, Mr. Kilkenny.
Yeah.
Boy, I guess he gets kidded on his name a lot, huh?
I bet he does.
Wait till you hear his title.
I know.
Now, this is what I thought you were laughing at.
Uh-huh.
This is his title. He's with the Masons, the Freemasons.
Yeah.
Right? What do you call it? Rotary Club? What is that club called?
No, he's the...
I always confuse these guys. But anyway, listen to his title. He's the
Masons.
He is the worshipful master of Morning Star Freemason Lodge number 94 in Silver Springs.
Yep.
He's also a woodworker.
Yes.
And a child safety advocate. And apparently he's making some handmade wooden toy cars that will be given to children at the Florida Masonic Child ID events to help them have a positive impact on their lives.
Yep.
So I'm not so sure the role the cars play, but I guess it's just something for the kids, right?
Yeah. And if the children come from, abusive homes or homes where they don't feel the love, and then they see a total stranger give them something that he made just for them. I mean, can you imagine the impact on that child?
He makes 2,500 little wooden cars a year. Wow. He's a busy guy with his hands. Fun with Joe today. You know what today is? Let me tell you what today is.
What is that ticking?
What is that ticking? You've been hearing ticking a lot.
I know. It's weird.
All right. Today is National Mad Hatter Day.
Oh, okay.
So, today I have for you and Joe on Fun with Joe, it's the Mad Hatter's Day trivia game.
Oh, cool.
I will tell you the type of hat.
Uh-huh.
You tell me who wore it.
Oh, neat. I love that.
There will be another clue. It won't just be the hat.
Okay.
Because obviously there's been more than one person who wears a particular type of hat.
Uh-huh. Oh, yes.
And then with Galen Unold, I want to ask Galen Unold about this story regarding fantasy football. I don't know if you've seen this story. I don't know much about it, but I was reading it and it sounds like somebody's been up to something fishy.
Oh, really?
A scandal has erupted in the unregulated world of fantasy sports. So I want to share that with you all if you don't already know the story, but then ask Galen about fantasy football. I don't know about it. It seems like you sports people love this. I think I'd have a good time playing it too if I knew what I was doing. We tried it. What did we try to do with Tom one time? Tom Schmitz. With
the colleges.
We did something. We just picked it randomly. We almost did good, but we didn't do good.
Yep.
In addition to today being National Mad Hatter Day, it's also National German American Day.
Okay.
German American Day was celebrated in America until the beginning of World War I, when we suddenly didn't like the Germans. But then it started in 1683.
Really?
Yeah, 1683, German American Day.
Wow. Who knew it went back that far?
It started with 13 German families in Philadelphia.
Uh-huh.
But then, because we didn't have such a good relationship with Germany in the early part of the 20th century, we stopped having German American Day. And then it was revived in 1983 after all of that nasty stuff had passed over. And so the German Americans started having a day again, and it's today. Today's also National Noodle Day.
Okay, I love noodles.
Do you really?
I do. I just, I would make a whole bag of noodles and then just put it on a plate and put a lot of butter and salt on it. I'm happy with that.
Do you mean like egg noodles?
Egg noodles. Yeah, just put them on a plate with butter and salt.
I've had egg noodles
in
a long time. It's cheap too.
They are
it's
cheap.
Cheap dinners.
And they're so
cheap
good.
Snack. Hold on, somebody's on the phone.
Them.
Good morning, you're on the air.
Good morning. Your stringer, your overnight stringer has some bulletins. Amtrak service is totally terminated throughout the state of Florida today due to trains not being able to arrive from the north.
Oh, because of the flood.
Because of the flood. And Greyhound service is being rerouted through various different routes to the northeast because travel on I-95 is suspended due to the flood.
Wow.
Isn't that something?
Wow. I'm guessing Amtrak will have some track fixing to do, won't they?
Yeah.
Yeah. Wow, good stuff.
And one other item, I sent you a news release from Congressman Daniel Webster.
Oh, okay.
He's the one that's now running for the vacated position of Speaker of the House.
Right.
You had that story last week.
So he has some related stories in that news release.
All right, appreciate it, Jim. Let me get to the news.
All right, have a good day.
Thank you.
It's grateful the storms have subsided.
Well, we got out and we're safe, and our dogs are safe. So we're...
Without drinkable water, hundreds staying in shelters. General Mills recalling nearly 2 million boxes of Cheerios and Honey Nut Cheerios.
The company says the boxes made in July at a plant in Lodi, California, mistakenly used wheat flour in a system that normally is used for processing gluten-free oat flour.
Fox Radio's Lee Brady. Now's the time to book your holiday air travel. According to Orbit, today's the best day to buy your Thanksgiving airfare, Friday's the day to book Christmas travel, and Saturday is tops for buying your New Year's flights. Fox News. We report, you decide.
Fox News Early Prime, breaking down business news and its impact on your bottom line. Your World with Neil Cavuto.
That's how I do business. That's why I am business.
Bold positions and brash opinions on the topics America is buzzing about. The Five.
How do you think this will set in with the American people?
This will be the pulse of the nation.
Washington insight and political know-how from the best in the Beltway. Special report with Brett Baer.
The epicenter of the political world is here.
The #1 place for fair and balanced coverage. Fox News Channel.
What's wrong with working hard to make our lives and our kids' lives better? Nothing. At Fox Business, we don't have a problem with success. We have a very big problem with those who get in the way of it. We don't come out of the box bashing those who make money, just the politicians stealing it and the bureaucracies wasting it. We're not just sitting behind a desk. We're out in the field, on the floor, with the folks. Because when a story moves forward, so do we.
Fox Business, the power to prosper. Check your local listings.
Hey, I'm Gary. And I'm Eric. Did you know that Red Eye Radio is on WOCA The Source every night from 2 to 6 a.m. and it's live?
That's right. No tape shows here.
We know that the news doesn't sleep.
And neither do we. So we're here with you live from 2 till 6 a.m. every weekday. Call us 866-90-RED-EYE. So join me, Gary McNamara.
And me, Eric Harley, every weeknight to discuss the latest in news and entertainment.
Right here on WOCA The Source.
Hey, Matt, I know Sunrise Automotive does auto stuff, but I need some tires for my truck. Can you recommend someone?
Yes, I can. We do that.
No, I mean, I need them installed and balanced and all that.
Yep, we do that.
Well, my son needed his windows tinted.
Yep, we do that.
I need my seat replaced.
Yep, we do that too.
I need a new roof line, and a new spoiler, and a new trunk.
We can even do that too.
Okay, I get it. I suppose you can also do a radio show too, huh?
Well, as a matter of fact, join me every Monday at 10 for auto repair with personal care here on The Source.
Of course you do.
Good credits, bad credits. It's none of our business because we're not an auto dealer. We're not a bank. We're not your mother. We're OcalaForSale.com. Marion County's marketplace for cars, trucks, and SUVs. We've got thousands of sellers standing by to take your call. No middleman. But hurry, don't walk, don't run. Just sit down and log on to OcalaForSale.com. Prices and inventory change daily. Offer does not include dealer upcharge. Undercutting, rust-proofing, factory surcharge, or delivery fee. See website for details.
Do you have areas that have started sagging or drooping? Is what you're looking at not quite the same as it was years ago? Are there enhancements you've been putting off? Is there serious damage you need fixed? Then call on us, Damage Control Services. When your roof is sagging and the drywall is drooping after a storm, or your home just needs some enhancements, from damage repairs to new construction, Damage Control Services is here to help.
Hi, I'm Leah Caruso with Strive Rehabilitation, inviting you to join me Thursday at 11 a.m. for Health Matters. Ocala Health and Strive have teamed up to bring you the latest information on good health services available to you right here at home. This vital information will help you make informed decisions about your health. So don't forget to join me here at 11 a.m. Thursday. It's news you can use from Ocala Health, Strive, and your friends here at WOCA.
Good
morning, WOCA. May I
Hi, I'm
help
Seth
you?
with AA Lock, Dock, and Security. Have you ever thought about the locks?
Good morning,
or security on your
WOCA.
house or
May I
business?
help you?
Have you ever wondered why the keys to your new car cost
Good
so
morning,
much? Well, at
WOCA.
AA Lock, Dock, and Security,
Good morning,
we can help with securing your
WOCA. May I
valuables.
help you?
We can even replace those expensive transponder
Good
keys.
morning,
We can give you the
WOCA.
knowledge
May I
that no
help
one else
you?
will. Call AA Lock, Dock, and Security
Good
at
morning.
867-1965. That's 867-1965.
I can't hear you. Can you call back, please? There we go. Thank you. You're on the air now.
I think that all went on the air. 25. I think I had it all on the air, Robin. 25 minutes before 8 o'clock. Thank you for tuning in this morning. It looks like we have our guest on the phone. We haven't had a chance to chat off the air, but this sounds like an important topic, especially if you have students in school. Wendell Hall is on the phone, I think. He's the Senior Director for Policy Advocacy at the College Board. He's going to talk to us about the role and the value of the PSAT. I know what that is, but I don't know what the NMSWT tests are. Anyway, students will be taking these tests next Wednesday, a week from tomorrow, and 2 weeks after that, as a matter of fact. And he wants to talk to us about them and the opportunities that those tests give those students. Good morning, Wendell. Thank you for being on the air with us today.
Good morning. Thanks for having me.
I don't know what happened. We had a little glitch there in the beginning.
Yeah.
But where are you calling from?
I'm in New York.
In
New York City.
How's the weather up there today? You're pretty good, huh?
Pretty good. No complaints.
Oh, good. What is the longer initials? And what is it? NMSQT? What is that? NMS.
So the PSAT, NMSQT, the National Merit Scholarship Qualifying Exam.
Oh.
So the PSAT, we've had a long-standing partnership.
Okay.
To make sure that we had not just an exam. So the PSAT is more than just a test. It actually connects students to communities. So we've had that long-standing partnership for decades.
And when you look at the tests and you talk to the schools, we've had reports. In fact, I feel like we had one just last week that all schools don't look at the high school level tests the same way. Is that true? Are you hello?
Pete, you say I'm here. You say schools don't look at the high school level test the same.
Yeah, like a school. There was a school, I think it was in Oregon, and they don't. I guess it was more of a liberal arts school, but they don't look at the PSAT results as in the same way that, let's say, the University of Florida might.
So you mean colleges, exactly. So the SAT, which students will take in the spring, is one factor that colleges use in their college admissions. So every college admissions decision is going to be different. What kids are going to be taking next week is the PSAT, the preliminary SAT, giving them an opportunity to see where they are in terms of college readiness. It measures the same skills and knowledge for the actual SAT.
Okay.
This allows them to get an early snapshot. We all want to help kids out, so we don't want to wait until the end for them to figure out. We want to give them an early snapshot on their readiness and give them free practice so they can actually perform better.
And these tests have been given out over decades. I know when I was in high school all those years ago, we took both tests, the PSAT and the SAT. And back then, the teachers weren't teaching to the test. They were just teaching the students. And I think the students were able to grasp things better than they are now, because now there's such high anxiety over learning specific things and retaining them that they forget about everything else that's being taught around them.
Yeah. Each year, just under 4 million students take the PSAT, and what we make sure is that the students who are taking our exams are not just taking it for no reason. So we've redesigned the PSAT to be more connected to what students are actually learning in the classroom.
Oh, okay.
So we didn't want it to be something that was disjointed. You may recall taking one of these exams where there were some obscure vocabulary words.
Yes.
Gone are the vocabulary words. Now we actually want to test things that students should be learning and things they're going to need for college and career.
So does a student who does well on the test send up, I guess I'll use the phrase, a green flag, in other words, a positive message to the organizations that might be willing to give out scholarships?
It does, and that's what we're excited about. So we've had the partnership with NMSQT, but now that we've redesigned the exam, there's now an additional $180 million connected to this. So it's truly about giving kids an opportunity to perform well, an additional 180. So we want to make sure, in addition to the money, I just want to say this as well, I think this is super important. Many folks have heard of advanced placement or AP tests. This PSAT exam also can tell you whether or not you're ready to take those challenging courses, those courses where you can get college credit while you're still in high school.
And isn't that the best thing? I mean, that I've always thought that was the better part of what test taking was about, was to kind of give you an idea of whether you're ready to take the next step or not. We put so much importance on the grades, whether it was for these kind of tests or any test. You know, it's not really a way to condemn you as a way to see, well, what are you ready for next? You know, so.
And that's exactly what we've done with the PSAT. And we want to give students a free opportunity to practice to do better so they can perform better on the SAT. So PSAT.org is the website where your listeners can go and learn about the scholarship opportunities, advanced placement, anything else about the PSAT, but it really tells them, you know, here's where to go. You can learn about the Khan Academy so you can practice and become better to perform better on the SAT.
Okay, did you say PSAT.org?
I did, PSAT.org.
Okay, good.
And we have a wonderful public school system here in our community because there are so many students in high school that are dual enrollment now. A lot of students take the AP courses in high school, like AP Calculus, things like that, but they also dual enroll in the college here. So they have such a leg up on everybody else, and it's not because they're forced to, it's because they want to, because they realize the value of a good education.
Which is important. At the College Board, we want to make sure that students are connected to opportunity. So the PSAT, again, redesigned, it's now in the same scale as the SAT, so students can really learn how they're doing. And it's going to align with that, the classroom learning, evidence-based reading and writing. It's going to be math that connects to college and career. So we want kids to have opportunities, and that's how we've redesigned each one of our assessments, to not just be a test, but to connect students.
Okay, and the reading test, I just went to the site. It looks like it is, I mean, the criticism that all schools are getting in the last decade or so is that we teach to the test. But I mean, if I'm looking at this correctly, it looks like you read a passage and then you answer a question based on the passage you just read. You can't teach to that. I mean, that's obvious. You know, you're reading, and then it's testing how much you comprehended. So.
Yeah, it's the critical thinking skills and the reading skills. Even when you're teaching young students who are 5 and 6 to read, you teach them to read, but you also want them to comprehend. So similar to the PSAT, we want students to understand passages. We want them to understand real words like distill or synthesize, words they're going to use in your career, versus memorizing a thesaurus. So evidence-based reading and writing, super important. And the math that we know is critical for college and career.
So does it help a student and maybe a guidance counselor focus a student on the future? Like for example, a student who does well in this, and I mean, does it send signals to the guidance department and to the parents and says, you know, your child is pretty good at this. He could probably make a living in his future doing that. And I mean, does it put them on some kind of a course?
It does. And I used to be a high school teacher, so what the exam results do, and your student will receive their exam results in December, it gives them an indicator, as I mentioned, around which AP courses they might perform well in. There's research and evidence showing those who do well in those courses go on to college and sometimes go into those specific careers. So, you know, it's different types of questions on the SAT, like computer science principles. We know that we computer science and that type of technology is important. We want to get those types of principles into schools earlier so that kids can perform better and then potentially go into those careers in the STEM.
And when the students are taking the math portion of this, do you stipulate on there that they have to use the Common Core method of figuring out the problems, or can they do the math part on however way they feel comfortable with?
Because our test is aligned to what's actually learned in the classroom, we want to make sure that students can use whatever method they're most comfortable with. And again, that's why we're giving this free SAT test practice. So, you know, we have different levels of questions on the exam. There are easier questions, more difficult questions. A student can actually get personalized guidance from the Khan Academy. Say, you know what, you did well here, but we want you to go over here and practice a little bit more.
Okay.
So students can, it's completely personalized. We want to help families out as much as we can.
Oh, wonderful.
So the website you gave us, that's where we want to direct the listeners to go, right? PSAT.org?
PSAT.org, you can learn more about those millions of dollars in scholarships. You can learn more about advanced placement courses and how you can become AP ready by using this exam. And if I can have all of your students and listeners out there, go talk to their counselor to make sure which day they're taking the exam, and make sure they come to school that day.
Make sure.
Yes,
Don't miss it. Yeah, well, good job. Thank you, Wendell. Thank you for being on the air with us today, and come back anytime.
Thanks for having me.
That was great. We'll take a little break, and we'll be right back.
The weather is brought to you by myfwc.com. Safe boating is no accident. For today, times of clouds and sun with a shower or thunderstorm around, especially during the afternoon hours along the coast. The high today 81 to 85. And partly cloudy tonight. There may be a shower along the coast overnight, low 66 inland, 72 at the beaches. For tomorrow, partly sunny with a couple of showers and thunderstorms in the area, mainly during the afternoon hours inland. The high tomorrow 80 to 84. From the Florida Weather Center, I'm meteorologist Joe Lundberg.
Are you in need of custom screen printing, embroidery, or promotional items? Then look no further and come visit the brand new Legacy Team Sales. LTS is conveniently located off 17th Street next to Armstrong Homes in beautiful Ocala. We offer the best prices and highest quality products for your company, team, school, or nonprofit. Whether looking for screen printed shirts, embroidered polos, or travel team uniforms, you'll be sure to find it at Legacy Team Sales. Come visit our new 27,000 square foot facility. Our friendly and knowledgeable sales staff will assist you in every part of your custom purchase. LTS carries the hottest brands in the industry like Under Armour, Russell, Mizuno, Asics, Badger Sports, Gildan, Pacific, Ogio, and many more. At LTS, screen printing embroidery is done in-house and we guarantee customer satisfaction. Stop by, give us a call, or check us out on the web at shoplts.com. Remember the name, LTS.
If you're anything like I was, the thought of getting older was the last thing on your mind. But here we are. For me, it started slowly. The lack of energy, never being in the mood. And when I was, I could never perform at my best. I tried the pills and other treatments with minimal results, and all but given up on my sex life. Then I found the doctors at New Male Medical Center. Wow, they made a new male out of me. Feel like I'm 25 again. I have renewed vigor, so much more energy, and no longer worry about my performance. New Male treated me like my situation was one of a kind. With a custom treatment plan that really works, I feel great. They can create one for you too. It does not matter if you suffer from low testosterone, erectile dysfunction, or just want to last longer. New Male will help you.